What's up, YouTube? It's Young Men's Daily Red Pill, back with another video. Thank you guys for clicking on today's video. Before we get started, I need you guys to do a few things. Hit the like button, number one. Hit the subscribe button, number two, and turn on the bell notifications. Number three, I want you guys to share this video to anyone that might find this informative. In today's video, as you can tell from the title, we're going to be talking about how women use being overly trusting to brainwash you as a man. All right, guys, this is going to be a very eye-opening video, and I need you guys to get this information out to other guys out there that might not know this. This might be common sense for some of you out there that are in the game, that have learned female nature, taken the red pill years ago, but there's a lot of men out there that don't have this information, and they need this information. Trust and believe me, boys, because a lot of guys are still blue pill simp manginas out there, and we need to spread this message to them. So you know what to do to get that message out there. So with no further ado, let's dive into how women brainwash men by being overly trusting. This video will be broken down into 3 parts. The first part being description, the second part being identification, and the third part being how to avoid a woman that is being overly trusting. Because I need you guys to get the whole round spectrum of how to avoid women like this. It's going to help you out a lot in life in general. You'll be able to see if women are being overly trusting at work, not even just within a relationship or a girl that you're talking to, just in general, all right? So this is helpful information. With no further ado, let's get it, boys. So first, let's describe what overly trusting even means. Overly trusting is when a person, when we're talking about a woman in this case, trusts you off rip when you first meet her too fast and too easily, okay? That is the definition of overly trusting. Now we will talk about key signs of identification of a woman that is being overly trusting, so you guys won't be manipulated, you won't be brainwashed, and you'll see through her BS. The main sign that a woman is overly trusting of you is that if you as a man are putting yourself in the position of potentially looking like you're being unfaithful or you're cheating on her, she doesn't call you out on it, and she just allows it to happen, all right? And a lot of times women will let this slide or let men get away with these things in order to gain your trust in them, all right? Because they don't want you to call them out when they do the same thing. It's very sneaky, it's very manipulative, and this is how they do it, all right? So I'm gonna leave you guys with a few examples of just how these women, for the most part, manipulate you and brainwash you into being overly trusting. These are the main ways. She will never question anything you say or do. You know why? Because she really doesn't care, right? That is a clear sign that she is overly trusting, and she might have some skeletons in the closet herself, but she doesn't want you to call her out on it. For example, if maybe you answer a call in a different room and, you know, she's just completely fine hearing you talk on the phone with someone else, or maybe it is a legitimate call. She doesn't call you out, she doesn't question it because she doesn't care about you, all right? She doesn't care if you're cheating because she is most likely cheating on you. And she doesn't want to be called out on the same things when she does it. Therefore, it can be justified in her mind. Women are always looking for ways to get out of situations, to protect their ego, to protect their feelings, all right? That is more important than you, all right? Their feelings, their emotional states, their roller coaster of emotions. And another example of her being overly trusting is, say you're out at a bar, you're out late at night, you don't tell her where you're going, and you come home late, and she doesn't question it. She just brushes it off, plays it off, nonchalant, you know. That is a clear sign that she's being overly trusting. A woman that's really into you, that is crazy about you, and really sees you as that dude, and she doesn't want to share you with other women, she will go above and beyond, and even in psycho mode, to make sure that you aren't out and about with other women, because that's how much she cares about keeping you around. So now that I've described what being overly trusting is, and you're able to identify it, how do you avoid a woman that is being overly trusting, and how do you test her? The first way to avoid a woman that is being overly trusting in order to brainwash you is remain suspicious despite her trust in you in the first place. You can also question her actions and interactions with others, especially her friends, her coworkers, or people that she's closest to, that she spends a lot of time with. Usually as a man, and this is what I tell a lot of guys, trust that gut instinct. If you feel like a woman is up to no good and you feel uneasy around her, you're starting to feel a little resistance, a little pullback, then 9 times out of 10, guys, she's most likely cheating on you. She's most likely pulling back. And in my personal experience, whenever I felt something in my gut in regards to infidelity or cheating, or I knew something might be wrong, I was usually correct about the feeling I felt. Based on that other person's energy and how our relationship was evolving, I was able to pick up on a lot of sudden things and subtle things that I felt within my gut immediately. Also, gentlemen, if you question her actions and interactions with other people and she becomes defensive or aggressive or very agitated by it, that is a clear sign that she is just being overly trusting because she is doing some sneaky stuff herself. And she just wants you to not question her and call her out on it. And when you question things about her relationships and interactions with others, and she becomes defensive, and her main deflection is that she is trusting of you, therefore you should be trusting of her, run for the hills, gentlemen. Run, okay? Run, Forrest, run. That is a clear sign that that woman is manipulating and brainwashing you. And she has done so successfully, and now she's caught. A woman that is upfront and honest and cares about you and is not being overly trusting in order to gain something from you, she will answer your questions with a smile on her face, and she will go above and beyond to prove her loyalty and submissiveness to you. She won't become aggressive and deflect the question by saying that she is trusting in you, so therefore you should trust in her. Gentlemen, if your woman is doing that, if a girl you know is doing that you're talking to, run for the hills. That woman is using you for manipulation purposes. She's brainwashing you. And unfortunately, they get a lot of you guys by doing these things, all right? A woman that leads the relationship talking about how loyal she is, going on and on over and over again about loyalty, this, that, and the third, and you can trust her, and her ex cheated on her. You know, you got to question a lot of those things, and you always want to hear both sides of the story. Any woman that is so focused on loyalty in the beginning of a relationship like that and going above and beyond when you've just met her, she most likely is disloyal. She most likely has a past where she's been unloyal, and she's projecting what's on the inside, what's brewing inside her from her past onto you as the man. So always be questioning her and look for a response, look for a change in her behavior when you question her. A good woman will answer you direct, upfront, and honest, and won't be irritated when you question her. She will provide you with the truth with a smile on her face because she knows that she's done nothing sneaky, nothing manipulative, and she wants to be upfront and honest and on the same page as you. So look for those things, gentlemen, and I hope this video helped you. Before you leave the video, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the bell notifications and share the content. Until next time, it's your boy. Peace and blessings. Have a good one. I'm gone.